My day starts around 5:45, 5:50 in the morning. Thursday is our early morning practice day.
We got practice starting at 7, so you got to be out on the field at 6:45. When you get a jump start to your day like we did this morning, nice and early, you can have a nice full day. Beautiful day, man. I love the morning practices.
It's very mental focus. It's, cleaning up a lot of technique, seeing interesting looks, and just really making sure you're prepared for what you would see in a game on a Saturday.
Really lock in our communication and assignments. Right after that, we go straight to lift.
The lifts are electric, and it's just really a good time for guys to push each other and get better that early in the morning. I think that's just something special that we do here. The
energy is a given. It's about doing everything the right way. Always be right, always bring the energy and push one another.
And then we're up to class at 11 o'clock. Make sure you get your books, make sure you have everything you need for class. If you're on the field, be the best player, and it goes the same in class. When you're in class, be the best student.
You're expected to do not just the work of an athlete, but also that of a Princeton student, which is a great thing because it prepares you not just for the next 4 years, but the next 40 years. Following that, we're gonna go up to the eating clubs and go have our lunch.
Eating clubs are really cool. I think it's something really unique to Princeton.
The eating clubs here are really the social clubs.
It's just a great time to be there with the guys, to be there with different people from other walks of life and other teams that you may not otherwise meet. I think that's the purpose of our eating clubs, is to really connect with each other. Around 3 o'clock, I'll come down and get treatment.
When you get to college, you always have to take care of your body. So we're gonna take some time, go down to the training room, and make sure that we can keep our bodies in tip-top shape.
Even if something like small comes up, you wanna nip it in the bud before it becomes a bigger issue, and that just helps you stay on the field and be ready and be available for the team.
This afternoon, we've got OD unit meetings and potentially some position meetings as well.
Meetings are the most intensive and kind of where you really can break down your mistakes. It's also a great focus from guys who want to get better and guys who want to see themselves succeed.
Finally, after all that, we're starting a podcast, so we're gonna have our first episode of that. I've done a lot of podcasts with my media company, Vici, helping kind of take their helmet off and get to know them a little bit.
I think it's great anytime you're able to kind of give people who you are off the field.
If you were to go back and choose Princeton again, what are some of the things that you didn't even think about?
Now being where I am and seeing what I've done and the things I've been able to accomplish through Princeton and with the Princeton network and support, I can see there's a drastic difference, Princeton's a place where they want you to excel and you see everyone around you excelling, so it just naturally brings you up.
Being such a long, busy day really forces you to prioritize your recovery.
If you need some time to yourself, if you need time to go spend with friends, just whichever you really need to make sure that you're centered and make sure you're the best person that you can be the next day coming up.
It's important that you prioritize your sleep and that you can get recovery.
Sleep is one of the most underrated things. As a college student, you never get enough of it because I know that not only is my mind recovering, my body's recovering, and ultimately it'll help me be a better player in the morning. I'm Nic Hilliard.
I'm Nic Sanker, and that's a day in the life of a Princeton Tiger.